Hey guys, today what we're going to do is we're going to get into a complete, full, hopping in the computer review of Serial Entrepreneur's Digital Marketing School course, the 2.0 one. And this is a little out of the box for me because if you've watched my channel, usually I'm doing like my WordPress tutorials, I'm talking about doing agency work, I'm talking about these side hustles and things like that. And I usually don't talk about courses that much except to tell everyone, well, you need to take a course. This one I thought was a really important one to actually do a review on, and for a couple reasons. Because the Digital Marketing School, I haven't seen another real review on it, which is kind of a shame because this is the course that changed my life. Like, I started with Ty Lopez's SMMA, and that was great. I definitely learned some stuff, and Ty is the guy who started my whole digital marketing journey, but there were so many gaps in the program. There are so many things where it's like some guru talks for 6 minutes about this, then someone talks about something completely different for 4 minutes. And there was no one who just like laid out the whole thing. But in this course of the Serial Entrepreneur one, I got that. And actually my first experience with this is I was watching Jordan Steen, he's Serial Entrepreneur, I was watching him on YouTube. And then I was like, I need help. I'm going to just try to reach out to this guy. And I did. And I got him to do a consulting call with me. And this was about 4 years ago. And we just spent maybe half hour on the phone. And I was telling him, this is what I'm trying to achieve. This is what I want to do. This is how much money I want to make. And he just started breaking everything down for me in a way no one had ever done before. I mean, even something as simple as like I was saying, well, I want to make this much money per month. He's like, okay, well, if you do that, this is stuff you like to do. So you need like, 4 clients doing this for them. It's not that hard. Here's how you price your services. And after I talked to him, I was doing a lot of itsy bitsy stuff, $50 a month to help someone with LinkedIn, building websites for $300, $350. And he just had me like triple my prices. Actually, I quadrupled my prices. I went from doing a $300 website to my next one was $1,200, to my next one was $3,600. Plus they were paying me $3,600 a month for an ongoing marketing package. And so just the way he kind of tweaked my head and showed me how to do my sales and think about the way I do marketing changed everything. And so I've sent people to his course for a long time, and I just figured it was time to actually do a real review. I saw him just start something with AppSumo recently, which is like my favorite software deal site on the planet. And I was just like, this needs to be out here so people can actually see what's in the course. So I'm going to hop into the course itself, give you a tour of it, tell you what I've learned from it, and let's just take a look at it together because I think you're going to get a lot of value out of it. And like I said, no one else has covered it. So I think it's time for us to have something out there. So let's hop into the computer. Let's hop into this. I'm going to show you what's actually in this because I don't see anyone else doing that. And Jordan, if you look at this, man, and I'm breaking any copyright laws, let me know. I'm doing this because I actually want to get the word out about what you did here. And so I hope that you like it if you end up seeing this. But for everyone else, just know that I'm going to go right inside of a program, which usually people don't do in course reviews. So this is the main page. You can see he's been featuring a couple things. By the way, guys, Digital Summit is an awesome marketing summit to go to. He was reviewed by Billy Jean, and Billy Jean had a lot of really good things to say, which is cool because I love Billy Jean and I bought his stuff too. Anyway, it's got a lot of trainings and things on here. But the actual courses are here. He has the original digital marketing agency. He's got a 2.0. He's got a monthly mentorship program. I might actually end up hopping in that, but let me just log into my account. So you would go, and once you purchase the courses, and I'll have a link in the description so you can go right there. This was the old one, this is the new one. You can tell even by looking at it that the new one is going to be a massive upgrade, just the quality of the branding. And this has like a Google Plus symbol, and Google Plus hasn't existed for a long time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just pop into each of these. Isn't that cool? He does live Q&As too every week. So if I pop into the old one, and ignore this number completed because a lot of these are partially completed and then they added some after I'd gone through this course. So anyway, but there was 126 lessons and this was all good stuff. But it's just him in front of a camera, just talking about things. Welcome to school. How do you start a business? Meaty stuff. Like you can immediately notice these are 20-minute, 30-minute videos because the way that he teaches in these courses is he's actually giving you everything. Like when I was in the Ty Lopez courses, they were cool. I mean, that's what started my whole agency and started my whole life because I was doing something else completely different before, and my income is like way, way higher than it used to be. And it's because of Ty and Jordan, but Ty is the one who got me started. But anyway, in Ty's course, a lot of his stuff is scattered. There's all these different people. They're trying to sell you their own courses. But in this, it was just Jordan just like setting it up and knocking it down. What's Facebook? What's a business manager? How do you do ads? How do you set up your page? How do you build audiences? Just going step by step by step through all of this. Messenger bots, and then going through all this stuff. And this was really good. This is more what the new branding looks like, by the way. So this is all kinds of really, really good stuff. And I recommended this course to many people. I still would recommend it if a new one wasn't out. But since the new one is out, I'm going to hop to that instead. But you can see there's a lot of things here. One of my complaints was that on some of these things, I had wished he would have brought in guest speakers, like masters in these different areas, because you're not going to be a master in everything. And so there are some things where I was like, does he really know that much about this specific thing? And it's nice because in the new course, he has more guests where he's amazing at a lot of stuff, but there's some things where it's like, hey, there's someone else who could say this better, and so he brings in that person to say it better, which I really appreciate. So anyway, this was the 8-week course, and it had a ton of good stuff, including pricing, and his whole sales thing here, so good. Really good sales training. One of the things I always hear in the Facebook groups for the Ty Lopez course is like, how do you guys get clients? That's everyone's saying, how do I get clients? And I'm like, well, he actually has like real in-depth hardcore training on how you actually prospect and get clients, how you self-confidence, counter objections, all that kind of stuff. So this was awesome. I loved this course a lot, and I learned a lot from it, but it had 126 lessons. Now check out the new one. So the new one is 300 freaking lessons. So we added almost 180 lessons to this. We got these live trainings. These trainings, oh man, this is amazing stuff with Ruan. Ruan's got this whole YouTube thing going on. He's got some course called Underground Secrets, but he's really big on local SEO. And local SEO is, you can make so much money and help so many people doing local SEO. And these trainings are great because you got Ruan on there, but you also have Jordan interviewing him and talking with him through stuff, keeping him on track, which is really cool. But Ruan's a good guy. You should follow him on YouTube. He's got like probably 80, 100,000 subs on there. But this is the thing. This is like going through a college course. Welcome to the school, student experiences, so you can see what it's like for other people. How do you get your licenses? How do you get your banking and payment processing together? How do you think about taxes? Obviously you need an accountant, but this is an intro. This business plan lesson is incredible. This is how to create a one-page business plan that actually has everything that you need. This is an amazing lesson. This is telling you, he says, so for your first year, here's your checklist. Get these things done. Check, 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 check. And you can spend your first year building your agency just working through this list. You'll make money, you'll get all the essentials done, and instead of being this scattershot thing, it's like, no, here's what you do. And it's really cool because if you hop into any of his stuff, the way that he teaches, you could tell he prepared for this like crazy. Because if you look at any of the lessons, this is your first business. All the lessons, it's like he's working through a textbook. He has everything mapped out, so he's making sure that he actually covers every single thing that you're going to need to know, which is the way to do it. Because a lot of people, when they do these courses, they just want to make a course so they can sell and they can make a lot of money, because your profit margin on courses is insane. And so they just want to get a course out so they can sell people stuff. But he actually went through and wrote these massive lessons for each of these things. And these are meaty videos. These are like 10 to 30 minutes, a lot of these videos. The next thing that he does, and this is amazing, is that he has this whole module on marketing strategies. And this is incredible. Like this one alone is awesome, just if you just got that. Because in this, he's going through what is marketing. And what people want to do a lot of times in these courses, it's like, how do I get the client? How do I run a Facebook ad? Give me an example of a chiropractor ad I can run, or a dentist or a roofer ad. And they just want to like cut and paste everything. And they have no foundation of how does marketing actually work? Because there's principles of marketing, and they've been the same for hundreds of years, a lot of the core principles. and they just take different variations depending on what the technology and software and consumer behavior are. But in this, he's actually breaking down, okay, this is how you take someone from never having heard about you before to warming up to your business, getting to know your brand, and then eventually buying the product or service. And it'll help you with your own agency to understand this, but also to work with clients, because it really shows you how am I going to build campaigns. Because campaigns aren't just I run a Facebook ad and I target it to, this demographic in this town. That's not all that a Facebook ad is. There's a process of warming up your audience and bringing them towards a sale. And so this whole marketing principles thing, the sales funnel thing, the three-step marketing, this is kind of what I was just talking about. These all really break that down, including what's local versus national. This whole thing, check this out. This entire thing is step by step by step how to do Facebook. Ads, chatbots, setting up pages, funnels, the whole analytics, messenger ads, the whole thing. Isn't that insane? Instagram, a bunch of stuff there, stories, IGTV, IG tools. He does Snapchat. I don't use Snapchat, so I never watched any of these, but I'm sure are great. And then he's got this whole thing on YouTube. And if you've checked out his YouTube channel, he's up to almost 50,000 subscribers. And he's growing and growing and growing. And you can see his videos, 216,000 views, 135,000 views. So he's definitely got a lot of big views. Which means he knows what he's doing with this, and he knows how to make a cool thumbnail and all of that. So that's good stuff. Content planning. Anyway, I just wanted people to see how much there is, covering Twitter, covering how to do your Google My Business, how to do LinkedIn. I've never seen another course where it's this in depth. Even with the website stuff, it's okay, here's how you do the website thing. And one of the things that's really cool about this is because there's some things that he actually doesn't have a level of expertise in, and when that happens, he calls in an expert. So if I go to how Google Analytics works, he has this guy who is very clearly his Google Analytics guy. Here, let me pause this so you don't have to hear the sound. But he's got this guy, and so this guy, who is obviously his person, goes and breaks down how Google Analytics works with the JavaScript and the cookies and the tracking and all the reports and everything. And he actually breaks this stuff down. And then this is a series of many videos showing how does analytics work, how does the reports work, the whole thing. So let me get back down to where I was. Anyway, you can see that there's hundreds of lessons. Okay, social, how to do blogging, all this stuff on the analytics, which is super important, because if you're going to have a client, you need to report. If you report analytics, you're actually showing what am I actually doing to help you. So you need to know that. The email marketing stuff, that's really good. I was just listening to that the other day. PPC, and some stuff too, like the messenger bots and the chat bots. He brings in a messenger bot, chat bot expert to talk about that. The SEO stuff, he's got Ruan helping him with this. He knows a lot himself, but there's, you can actually watch as Ruan goes over the winning SEO process. You actually can watch him walk step by step how to do this stuff. Content marketing, and then all these things about your landing pages, your tools, click funnels if you want to use that, video equipment, software. I mean, all of this great stuff. And then again, this is even expanded, the actual sales process. So you actually go in there and it's all right, well, how do I do sales? How do I get the client? How do I price my services? And like I told you guys, I mean, talking to him, I didn't know how to price my services. And then when I was talking to him on that consulting call, he said, well, listen, man, if you like doing website stuff, business owners don't want to do website stuff. And so if you charge them $250, $300 a month to do website stuff, at the time I was just trying to make an extra $3K a month off of this because I, have my normal 9-to-5 W-2 job that I was doing. And so he was like, okay, well, then if you need 3,000, just find 10 people that you can do website maintenance for, charge them $300 a month each, and that's your $3,000. And people will pay you a lot. It's not that much work, and they'll just pay you a lot because they don't want to have to think about it. And so the next one of the next people who I built a website for, I told him, I was like, all right, well, the ongoing thing is $360 a month just to maintain the website and keep all my premium software and security and all that kind of stuff on there. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. He didn't even like really bat an eye. He just said, let me ask my partner. Then he emailed me. He's like, yeah, that's fine. Here's a contract. Let's do it. And so it was really kind of cool to see how that worked. But yeah, that talking about pricing was very valuable. It talks about networking, cold calling script, overcoming objections. And then this was expanded a lot. In the old course, the outsourcing part was only 3 videos. But in here, he's got a lot more on how to outsource, how to build your team. And I think part of that, and there's even a show more here, so you know there's more lessons. And I think a part of that is because he's had to expand and build his team over the past few years. So they've gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and now there's this whole machine behind his brand. Yeah, but anyway, so then you get your certificate, and he's got a personal brand course. I haven't taken it, so I can't say anything about it. It's probably really good, but I just haven't done it. But I'm sure that he's good because he's built his personal brand up very well. He's very successful with this. So I hope that this has been helpful just to get a walkthrough of this and get some of my thoughts on it. But I'll tell you, you need to work from a course. Don't just YouTube it. Don't just get like some cheapy thing on Udemy. Like actually invest in a real course. And his course is actually really cheap. It's like maybe $600, like $500-$600 around there. And that's really cheap for a course. And for a course that has this much stuff in it, I don't see anyone else offering that much value inside of this. That much value for that type of price. And it wouldn't matter anyway. I'd probably tell people to take this one anyway because there's just no hype. He's not like a guru dude. I hate guru dudes. He's just like a normal guy who's really good at what he does. He's been in marketing for a long time, and he teaches us how to do the thing and build an agency. And he's kind of like a cool guy too. So anyway, that's my walkthrough, my review of the course. And I love it. If you like it, click on the link and you can check it out yourself. Like I said, I'll blatantly say it. I'm an affiliate for Serial Entrepreneur, but I've recommended this course even before I was. I've sent hundreds, probably like at least 150, 175 people over to his site because I love it and I talk about it. And I talked about it on videos and stuff for a long time now. So, but yeah, you can just go and check it out yourself. But like I said, I'll have a link in the description if you want to go through that instead. And I think you'll really get your money's worth. Because I sure did. And then you can get your Q&A sessions going on. They happen weekly, so you can keep asking questions about this stuff. You get in the private Facebook group, and he actually is active in the group, and you can ask questions and stuff. And it's like, it really is, if you had this course alone, you could build your marketing agency off of this. And so you don't have to spend money on like a bunch of different courses. This one alone has all the meat, all the potatoes, all the thing that you need. So I love it. I hope you love it too. And so now there's an honest review out there, and I didn't see any good reviews of this out on YouTube before, so maybe this fills that gap. I love you guys. If you got value out of this, please like, share, comment, click notification bell if you want to know when I put out other stuff. And if there's any other content that you want to see me doing, just let me know and I'll make it. I'll make it for you because I love to share this stuff. All right, so I'm out. Have a good one.